Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Horizons with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day. Oh yes, Christmas is over. Well, it's not over, it's Boxing Day, which is good because that means the day after Christmas, so I get to eat lots of weird meats and sandwiches. It's the best time. But I hope all you guys have had a awesome Christmas or holidays, whichever one you celebrate, and you're having a good day after, you know, chilling out and playing with your presents and enjoying the time with the family and all that good stuff. But we are back and we have work to be doing. So I have gone and taken my tanks off here and I've upgraded them to hardened portable tanks. If you don't know how to do that, then you just throw some invar around the sides. Now you remember originally we were smelting up the iron inside, or was crushing up in our pulverizer and hopefully getting ourselves some ferrous. If you smelt down your ferrous, you'll get pulverized ferrous. Mix that with 2 little pulverized iron, you'll get yourself 3 invar dust, smelt that up and you'll get invar ingots. So that's why we've been holding on to that, so we can go and do that. Now I've upgraded both of them purely because we need to get more obsidian today and we're going to be using this guy, so it's about time we upgraded it so we can have 16,000 MB inside these guys, so 16 buckets of liquid instead of the original 8,000 that you get from just the general bog standard portable tanks. So which is nice because we've doubled it. But that does mean that we need to take a trip over to the lava well so we can fill these guys back up and then we can get cracking on with today's stuff. But I think we do need to have a little sleepies first, yes. So in the last episode we made the smeltery, we made ourselves this guy, a very nice alumite pickaxe. Now some people were saying why didn't I use alumite and all of it? Well, that would defeat the whole point of doing all this, because the reason we made this is as it's a throwaway pickaxe. Like you get a throwaway camera, we're not intending to use it long, we're just going to use it until we've gone ahead and got ourselves some cobalt and some ardite. Now we're going to be using those today to hopefully craft ourselves a decent pickaxe, and after we've done that we'll move on to making hammers and things like that. But I like to have a pickaxe on me even if I do have a hammer, because the hammer's mine in a 3x3. It's nice to have a pickaxe just to mine out those single blocks, and sometimes you don't want to go bashing down a whole 3x3. No! Oh, there's a aura node there. So let's make our way over here. We'll grab ourselves some lava and then we'll get cracking. Hopefully we're going to get a decent nether spawn and a large amount of cobalt and ardite around us. I have a horrible feeling that we're going to go in and there's just going to be absolutely tons and tons of rubbish around us and none of the stuff that we actually want, but I'm sure it will be fine. Let's just mine this out a little bit so I can get around to all the good stuff. There we go, we'll get rid of these. This guy's really quick as it is anyway, so I do like it. So we'll grab this one and we'll pop him down here. There we go, and let's start filling this guy up. Remember, these can now hold 16,000 MB, which equates to 16 buckets of liquid instead of the original 8, so we should be able to get a decent amount in these. And it'll mean that we can make a decent amount of obsidian blocks as well. Remember, that guy uses up, I believe, a bucket per obsidian block, so we're looking at 16 obsidian blocks from this, which is nice. And we have our water source coming in, so we don't have to worry about that. We're very quickly using up this. I wonder if I can get to the... I wonder if I can fill it right up. Oh, no, we can't because there's a little bit in there. Alright. Let's throw the next one on top. There we go. And we'll start doing this. This should input it back into there. Yeah, so at least we'll have one that's like basically full. And we'll keep doing this. We're going to probably need to go around this side though to get some more of the lava. Yeah. Saying that, we already have a decent amount inside our smeltery, so I don't think we're going to need too much of this stuff. Let's just keep piling it in there. There we go. We'll grab the rest of this. Now I have decided that we're going to go ahead and do the factory idea because I think that sounds fun. Oh yeah, we're going to make a all-producing factory with some sort of like bubble dome kind of thing below it where we can go ahead and... Are you going to give me a bucket? Yeah. Where we can go ahead and store all of our ores. Now the hope of this is that we'll never need to go ahead and go ore hunting ever again, because once we've got enough farms set up to do all that, we should be getting all the ore that we need once we've done that. Now, it does mean that we're going to have to get absolutely tons of magical essence, which means we're going to be doing loads of mining, which is also the main reason that we're going to be making our fancy pickaxe today. I've also decided with this pick that we're going to go for speed over durability. Yes. Now, everyone has their own kind of perception on what their favourite pickaxe is, so I'm sure you guys are going to try and backseat Minecraft me on today's episode. Because I can never do the same pickaxe as everyone else, I'm afraid. But we're going to go for speed, and then we're going to worry about upgrades to deal with the durability of it, because there's a couple of ways to do that in Tinker's Construct, and seeing as we have thermal expansion in, that opens up a couple of other doors to be doing that as well. Almost there, couple more and we should be done, and then we can carry on back to base. Cool beans. How much is that? It's 14. It's 15, and we're not going to be able to fill this guy all the way to the top because we emptied some of the other stuff into the bottom. Yeah, there we go. That looks good to me. Alright, we'll grab you. Get this guy. And we'll grab this guy. Well, hey, and let's make our way back to the base. We do need to think about regular farming as well. Now, I think what we're going to do with that is we're going to use rotary craft for all that stuff, because I've never shown any of you guys any rotary craft stuff, and rotary craft is very much a mod that can boggle your mind if you don't understand how it works, because it has, you have to bear in mind two different things to equate your power output. So you have to worry about kind of the way that the amount of spin on it, the revolutions, and the amount of force, which equates to your power output. And there are a lot of different things that allow for enhanced power output, restraint, and things like that. So it does take a bit of time to get used to, but once you get your head around it, it's just like any other buildcraft or any other IC2 or thermal expansion, if you look at it that way. So let's throw down our portable tanks. Throw the first one here. There we go. We'll put this guy onto output, so we can start draining that lovely lava in there, and we'll do the same with this guy. You can sit on there and beam, and we should start getting ourselves a decent amount of obsidian. Alright, so I've decided to put the portal over here, just so that way, if we decide we want to move it, we can go ahead and do that. And it's also far enough from the base that we don't have the continuous noise that you generally get. So I'm going to throw one here, and we'll get these guys going across the top. Whoop, whoop. There we go. One lovely looking Nether portal. Oh yes. And we'll get rid of these as well. Now I like to call this the poor man's portal because we haven't fully done it, but it's fine. We'll just we'll do that. Hey, that looks good. So let's go get ourselves a flint and steel, and then we can get this guy rocking and rolling and see how we are doing. Yeah, I'm going to throw this stuff in here as well. Cool beans. So, have we got any of the stuff that we need? We're probably going to need some flint. Oh yes. We're going to need some iron. Bam. And this will give us our flint and steel. And bam. So now we can make our way to the Nether. Now, is there anything that I definitely don't want to lose while I'm in the Nether? Let's have a gander. I don't really want to lose these guys, or these for that matter. Everything else I'm not really too bothered about. I might leave my pickaxe here, just in case. Just in case we go there and it goes horrifically wrong. I don't need any of this while I'm there, so we'll throw all these guys in here. And that looks good to me, I think. Yeah, we'll take a bit of cobblestone with us just in case as well. Okay, right, here we go. Let's see what kind of spawn we get in the Nether. Hopefully we're going to get a decent one. I'm going to have a cup of tea before I go in, because this is a pretty strenuous job. And here we go. So, wish me luck, guys. Let's hope that we get a decent spawn. Somewhere underground would be nice, or somewhere up high where we don't have to worry about ghasts too much. If we're in the middle of a big open area, the chances are we're going to get attacked by bats and guys and hecates and all those bad things. Okay. Well, this doesn't look too bad. That is instant cobalt, which is a win. I can't tell if I like this or not. I really can't. We're brilliant for lava. Look at it that way. We've got loads of lava, and we're kind of on the edge. I don't think I can deal with this. I think I'm gonna like this. Is this Nether essence? Oh, nice. So Nether essence is really easy to get here. Cool. So we've got glowstone around, a decent amount of cobalt already. Let's see if we can find a little bit of ardite while we're here. Just a little tad. What is that thing? That's a darkling. Got no idea what that is. It's jumping around everywhere. I can't kill it with a thing. Where's my pit? Where's my... there we go. Oh, right. So these are from Arcane Scrolls. So, is there any ardite? You have to excuse me, guys. I have a very sore throat from Christmas partying that I'm currently battling with. Oh, there's another one of those little weird things with legs. Okay. Aha, ardite. Cool beans. So that's already enough to make my pickaxe. Cool. Okay. Let's make our way back. I'm actually fairly happy with this because it means that we haven't got too much open space that things can spawn and kill us, and anything that does spawn is just going to fall in the lava, really. So I'm fairly happy with that. And we've got loads of this flesh here, which is cool because we can use this to actually make ourselves a nice bit of leather at some point. So let's grab our pickaxe and we'll grab some of this stuff. Oh yeah, I actually wondered for a second then where I was because I was facing the other direction. I thought this is an exit. We haven't got those meteors falling down and dropping those guys. Where am I? Oh, and we've got our... very nice. Have we got another one? Oh, we didn't get another one. I really want it when we get 2. Oh, we still got 1 again. This sucks. Sucks! And how many do we need for these? We need a full amount to get ourselves 24. I know these essence blocks apparently look so good, so we might have to use this. And it only takes 1 to make 8, which is a fairly decent trade-off, I think, because normally you need it the other way around. So normally you'd have stone in the middle with the things around it. With this, it looks like it's the other way around, which is nice because it means that, you know, we can go ahead and make loads of them. And they're going to come in brilliant for our base and for making our awesome factory. So let's throw these guys in here. We've got 2 coal essence now, which is good. I'm going to grab my pickaxe and we're going to go mining. Now this could take some time because it's, you know, it can mine the stuff, but it's not the fastest of the things. And you can see that its durability is already down to 97 because I mined out some of the stone earlier. But this is the throwaway pickaxe, as we like to call it. It really serves no purpose except for gathering this stuff. And what is this? Is ammonium? What are you? You are... Oh, Ignatius ore. Oh, okay. Well, we've got loads of ores from metallurgy as well, so I guess we'll probably grab some of those at some point. But for the time being, let's stick with the stuff that we really want to be grabbing, which is cobalt and ardite. Yes, and if I remember seeing, there was also this nether essence, which I'm going to grab. Which looks like it has really no type of spawn height limit around here. Hey, there we go. 1 magic essence, 2 magic essence. Oh, and they're actually spawning in a decent amount here as well. Generally, in the overworld, you'll only find 1 or 2 of these max. We just got 11. Woohoo! That is so good. Alright, let's keep our search on for cobalt and ardite. Should be around somewhere. I remember seeing it around here. Yep, there you are. We'll grab some more of this stuff. We got 15. This is too good. And let's try and fill some of this off so that if I break it, it doesn't fall instantly into lava. And then I cry into my desktop. So let's get rid of all these guys. There we go. We'll do our do this as well, just in case. It's not like we have to worry about lava. We have the world's largest lava lake at our front door. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, right, let's grab this guy. Should be able to mine it up. Yummy. Nice bit of cobalt. And should we take some of this while we're here? I think it might be a thing. I might come back and grab that. What was that? Was that ardite I saw? Nope, that's not. That's some sort of weird debris. Let's make our way up here. Hopefully we'll find some more up in this place. I remember we found the ardite around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what's this? Ignatius. Ew. Right, let's grab this ardite. And I'm going to take this because I have no idea what it is. This is Ignatius ore, which makes Ignatius ingots. Which I'm guessing you can just do by itself. Yeah, there's a bit of a mixture there with the pyrotheum from thermal expansion. You can ignore that one because you don't need to do that. Well, you can because the pyrotheum acts as a furnace substitute, but still, you probably should have a furnace if you're in the Nether by now. So Ignatius allows us to make bricks, weapons, Ignatius 1, attack. Oh, that's fairly decent actually. Huh, that's not bad. What are these? Metallurgy. Well, that's not too bad. It's alright. Okay, right, so let's see if there's a little bit more cobalt while we're around here. That's volcanic ore. That looks like it's going to hurt me if I pick it up. I'm going to have a bite of this before I do that. Huh! Are we alive? We're alive! We're alive! What does Ignatius ore do? It makes Ignatius ingots, which makes these guys once again. Is that what we just picked up? Oh no, we picked up volcanic, didn't we? Okay, so we get vulcanite ingot. Huh. Which makes blaze rods. Nice, that's really good. Can make these guys again, vulcanite weapons and gubbins. Alright. I think the reason I would use that would probably be to make ourselves some blaze rods. Yeah. So let's keep wiggling around here. We have ourselves some ammonium chloride. Yeah, I like it. Okay, right, I think with these, I actually already have enough to make my pickaxe. So let's make our way back. Because I'm not actually going to be using any manulin, whatever you want to call it. I'm probably not going to be using that in this pickaxe, because as good as it is durability wise, we're not going for durability, are we really? And we have a substitute for durability, which I'll show you in a minute. But we have enough to be doing what we want to be doing already. So let's start smelting this guy up. Every time I come through there, I think I'm somewhere else. We're going to have to go from the other side next time. Now let's grab you guys, and we're going to throw them directly into our smeltery. So, first things first, let's explain my logic. So we'll grab out our materials and you, and we're going to have a little gander in here. So the parts that we're going to be using today will be, we're going to be using a obsidian binding, because obsidian is very strong and you're getting reinforced from it, which is nice. Then we're going to be using a nice piece of the cobalt for the pickaxe head, which gives us an instant mining speed of 11. Now the durability isn't that great, but we are going to be using ardite for the stonebound trait as well. So we'll get stonebound, so it means if we do lower the durability, then it'll be faster, which is nice because we want speed. We'll have the obsidian, which will add the reinforced side of things. We get reinforced from this as well, which is very nice. So we'll get reinforced and stonebound from these guys. And that is pretty much that. That's kind of my thinking behind it. Now there are a few other ways of doing this. You could go with something like a manulin. You could use this guy, but remember the mining speed is 9, but you do have a durability of 12,000 with a handle modifier of 2.5 times, which is pretty good. I must admit, that is nice, but you don't get any additional bits and bobs from it. So if you want something that's stupidly strong and all-round good, then the manulin is nice. But I want speed, so we're going to go with cobalt. I think that's going to work out fairly nicely. Yeah. Okay, right, so let's get cooking some of this stuff. So first thing first, we're going to want our cobalt in there, and that's going to mix up and give us our pickaxe head. Now, I can't go throw them both in the ardite and the cobalt, because that's the recipe for the manulin, which we definitely don't want to be getting at the minute, as we're not going to be using it. And I've already got my casting table, my pickaxe head in there as well, so we're looking good there. We've got our obsidian, which is nice, and we've got a little extra in there. That's obviously the tank that we put in, which was not fully full. Yes. So we're going to need that. We're going to need obsidian. Nice. And we should probably go ahead and get these guys cooked up as well while we're at it. I'm sure we can find a use for these eventually at some point. And we've got all our weak magic essence, which is nice as well. I wonder how many. I wonder if we can get ourselves a decent amount of these guys. Let's go and do this. So it's something like this, wasn't it? Was it that? No. That? No. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we can make one of those, which isn't too bad. We're going to need a fairly decent amount of them before we can get proper crack-a-lack in. We've got another one here as well, so we can go and change this guy up into one of those. Nice. Cool beans. So another two of those, and one weak magic essence, and we can go ahead and craft ourselves another type of crop, which would be good. So let's check this out. We've got our molten cobalt in there, which is good. So I'm going to click that and get myself a cobalt pickaxe head, which will look like that. We'll take this guy out, and we're going to go ahead and throw in our ingot casting table, because we still have a spare one in there. Remember, whenever you put a unrefined ore in there, you're always going to get double, so just bear that in mind. Now we're going to grab ourselves our tool rod cast, and we're going to throw in our ardite. Yes, this guy can go in there and start smelting away. Very nice. And I'll grab this one. So we'll get another one from this as well, which is fine. So we'll wait for this guy to do his fang, and then we'll get a tool rod, and we'll get ourselves a nice bit of the old thingamabob from that. Now my one worry is that this costs a 0.5 cost on it, so we might have to make another one, or just put the extra little blob in there for the time being. But we'll find out when it does it. because I don't think this is going to use a full ingot, and I can't obviously pour out half an ingot into an ingot cast. It doesn't work like that unless we throw another one in there and then do the same again. It just gets mighty it gets a little bit awkward more that you do. So we'll leave this in there for the time being. Let's check this guy and see how we're doing. He has almost gone ahead and smelted up, which is good. And then we can make our tool rod. Now, as far as the modifiers, we're going to get 3 modifiers from this. Now, I want one of the modifiers to be speed, one of the modifiers to be luck, and the third one is probably going to be, we'll probably go with, and is that done? That's done, that's looking good to me, yeah. The last one that we have, we'll probably do the auto repair on it. Now, if we look in here, we should have, yeah, 1 ingot and 4 nuggets. So we'll take you out. Actually, we could just make another one that's a spare one. Do we want to do that? We could do that. I don't know, it kind of feels like a waste. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 1 ingot's worth. There we go. And then the additional, I'm going to chuck in there for the time being because I'll find a use for that at some point. So that can go in there. You can come out here. There we go. And we'll get our tool binding. You can go in there. We'll get our obsidian. Get that guy cooking. Remember that we're going to get another 2 from this as well. But the tool binding also costs 0.5. So we're going to have a little bit sat in there. So we might have to make 2 of these tool bindings. It gets, like I say, a little bit awkward when you start having to deal with nuggets. I try my hardest not to have spare nuggets lying around, but sometimes that just can't be helped. And are you going to let me sleep? Any second now, you're going to let me have a little sleep, Riz. How about now? Hey, there we go. So as far as our factory goes, I'm trying to think of all the different stuff we want, and I really do want one of every type of crop, but the amount of mining we're going to have to do for that is going to be redonkulous. Now, I've been looking through the mod pack and trying to find a good way to automate mining, and there's a couple of ways of doing it. We can go down the Foundcraft route of using mining through that, but there is also, which is very nice, is there is a kind of a tunnel bore style thing with rotary craft. Yes, and I did say that I wanted to get into rotary craft for making some of the bits and bobs that has to offer. So if we go into that, then we can sort out that side of things as well. How are you on there? Are you just... he's just... I think he's just a spare one that just came around and thought he was going to go and have a bite of their grass. How dare you? There we go. We got a little bit spare as well. So let's pop this in here. We got our obsidian. Bam. There we go. And we have a little bit spare. I'm gonna be cheeky and I'm gonna make a second one. There we go. And we'll throw one of them in there. We'll take this out, bam, and we'll make ourselves a ingot just to finish it off, so at least that way our smeltery is nice and empty. Cool beans. Okay, so we've got all the bits that we need. We've got you, we have you, and we have you. So let's throw all these in here. And like I said before, there are so many different combinations that I'm sure you want to go through reading the book and figuring out the one that you think can be best for you. But I like this one. So this gives me stonebound and reinforced 3. Yes, which is very nice. You can see our durability is 16,000, which isn't amazingly good. It's alright, but it's not amazingly good. But we do have a mining speed of 11 with 3 modifiers. Very nice. And I didn't name it because I forgot. Cool beans. So it means we can throw away this pickaxe because we no longer need this guy. We're now using our awesome pickaxe right here. Now, I did go ahead and be a little bit cheeky. And when I was around the Mr. Ender's house, I took some mossy stone without them knowing, and it means that we can go ahead and make our ball of moss, which is required to add on our modifier to this guy, which will give us the amazing auto repair. Way, cool beans. So we've got auto repair on there now. The other things that we can go adding would be the redstone and the lapis, so we can go and throw a stack of lapis on there if we feel we want to do that now. It's going to cost a lot more to be doing that, but it'll kind of work out for the time being. I'm going to turn all these into the lapis lazuli blocks, and we'll do this. So there's 1 for luck, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, hey, there we go. You can see we're 63 out of 450, so we've got a fair way to go just yet, but at least we can see the modifiers that we do want to be putting on there. So there's that one. And last but not least, we would use the redstone. So we'll throw 2 blocks on there now, and we'll leave the rest in case I decide that I want to use it. I am planning after this, though, to go on a vigorous mining expedition to get all the good stuff, though. So we can throw this in here, and we can throw these on as well. And these will give us these guys. There we are. Some pickaxe isn't looking too bad. We have Stonebound, Reinforced Free, Auto Repair, Luck and Haste. And the Luck and Haste are very low at the minute, so they're not really going to account for much, to be honest. But we can go and throw an additional 2 modifiers on there as well, which is quite nice. So if you guys don't understand how the modifier system works, dependent on the item that you're using, so whether it's a pickaxe, a shovel, or a sword, they all have their own individual types of modifiers. So like I said, we wasn't bothered about durability. Well, if you are, then a diamond is a good one for that, because it will add an additional 500 extra durability to it, which is nice. If you find that you have a very high durability, then maybe a diamond isn't for you. Maybe it's best using yourself an emerald, because an emerald will give you 50% more durability, which can also come in very, very handy, which is nice. And it also increases your mining level, increase to level 2, which is pretty funky stuff. We have speed, which is done by redstone. Auto Repair, which is the very nice moss. We have Auto Smelt, which is one thing that I was very, very close to thinking about using, and then I decided against it. We might make another one at some point with Auto Smelt, but I used it on my Utopia one, and I love it, but I thought for this, it's probably not going to work out too well. We also have how you make these guys. We have the luck from the lapis. Sharpness is something that you use on a sword, which is the nether ore, and that will give us this stuff. We have fiery, so we can set things on fire, which goes up with the amount of blaze powders that you add. We have necrotic, which means if you hit something with it, it will steal life from it and give it to the person that hit them with it. We have silky, which gives you the silk touch, and once again it shows you how to make these. We have reinforced, which is nice, so you can use a obsidian plate, which adds the reinforcement trait onto it, and that stacks with previous levels of reinforced as well, which is nice. Knockback, beheading, bane of arthropod, smite, and then if we keep going, we'll find the pretty funky ones. Flux is one that we are going to be using. Now you're probably thinking to you, well, you've used up all your modifiers, you've used 3 of them. Well, there are 2 additional ones that can be added, but they're not cheap. So if we wanted another one, we would need a diamond and a block of gold. Now add 1 additional modifier onto it, and we can only use these once. The second one is done with a nether star. Yes, so we can go and add an additional 2 upgrades onto our pickaxe of awesomeness, but it means that we either need a nether star or we need to find ourselves a diamond, and we're actually yet to find a diamond on this whole let's play. I haven't found one since I started doing everything, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that at some point. So let's throw these in here, and how's about we take our pickaxe out for a whirl? I think that could be a thing. Yeah, I might actually get myself some torches while I'm at it, because we are fairly low on torches. Yes, and we'll grab some of this. There we are. Cool beans. I might actually take a few with me. Yeah, that sounds like a thing. Alright guys, let's go and try this out, see how good it is. Hopefully it's going to be fairly decent, and then we'll do our amazing mining expedition of times, because that is my plan between this and the next episode, to get loads of ores together so we can start working on some really funky stuff. We might make a sword and a few other bits with the Tinker's Construct as well, and then eventually we'll move on to the hammer and the excavator and all those good bits, and the lumberjack's axe, or whatever it's called. I think that'll work out nicely, because that way we can take down whole trees and bits and bobs. So yes, alright, let's try this guy out. So let's make our way to the lower areas of my mine that I've yet to mine out. I haven't mined any of this area out yet, so we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. Well, hey, that's very nice and fast. Cool beans. Now, I'm actually once kind of mystified as to why I should be collecting all of this fluorite stuff just yet, the green fluorite. I haven't really found much of a use for it, except for using to make this stuff in a uranium processor. So I guess at some point it's going to come in useful, but I just seem to be finding absolutely stacks of this stuff yet. One thing I've noticed as well is if you want to be getting yourself good loots, then you're going to have to go tunneling so far down to be doing it. Oh, it's more of that promethium there as well. Nice. Yeah, you're going to have to be going really far down to get yourself some decent loot. I have found that by digging, I don't know, between here and level kind of 30-ish, it's fairly useless. You really don't get much for your money at all. But once you go down further, oh, the Batwing. Once you go down even further, that's when you start finding all the really good loots. Yeah. Oh, there's Mr. Creeper hiding out down there. But all in all, our pickaxe is looking pretty good to me. Yeah, it's working fine. Seems to be doing the trick. Cool beans. Alright guys, well we're going to call that for this episode, I believe. I am going to carry on mining my heart away down here and hopefully find some decent bits and bobs. Remembering that I have the auto repair on my pickaxe as well, so as long as I have it on my hotbar, we're going to be good there. I might actually need to make myself some armor as well, because that could come in fairly handy for while we're down here. Yeah. Cool beans. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And once again, I hope you've enjoyed your holidays and Christmas. And I wish you all very much a happy new year when the time comes about, because it's not far away now until New Year pies. Oh yeah, I'm going to be shaking my thing. Alright guys, have a good one, and goodbye.